Okay, hello everyone. Hopefully you can all hear me. For those who may not have clicked it yet, if you are in the stage, you can click the stream, which should take you through to was the intro to the game, our launch trailer, and you should hopefully now see the main menu. Obviously, we are running things in Discord today. Just a bit of a caveat. It likes to compress things, so as we're streaming you may notice a little bit of drop in quality, but the point here and for today is to run through Sanctuary, answer some of your questions that you've submitted over the last week or so. We'd love to know what you thought about the recent update and obviously answer any questions that you may have. So hopefully everything sounds okay. You can all hear me. No one said you can't, so that's good. And what I'd like to do is actually introduce a couple of members of the development team that we have today. We've both got Zeb and Bidju. So, guys, do you want to introduce yourselves? Zeb, do you want to go first?
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, everyone. So I'm Zeb, or Sebastian. I'm working at Motion Twin as a gameplay programmer and game designer. And Bidju, it's your turn.
Hello there. Is it working? I have
is.
absolutely no idea because it was complicated. All right, so I'm Bidju. I'm doing mostly the same thing as Zeb. Yeah, so game design, programming, and other stuff. Really glad to be there today.
Excellent. Awesome. Well, thank you for taking the time to join us, guys. I know you're super busy on kind of finishing up Sanctuary, working through the feedback that the players have been giving to us, and also working on what's coming next. So we've got a bunch of questions that have been submitted today, but instead of it just being talking, I will do a little bit of a playthrough. I can't caveat it by saying, guys, please go easy on me and don't say I'm really bad at Windblown. I try. We'll see how I get on. But we'll try and get to Sanctuary and explore the new biome a little bit. Cool. Right, so without further ado, let's jump in. Cataloop 20, but okay. Well, if you've got any questions, guys, or you want to have a chat, feel free to drop something into the comments. We'll do our best to answer ones that come through periodically, but we do have a few questions we want to run through ourselves. So, hopefully the sound is okay in game. Please tell me if it's too quiet or too loud. And let's a hitless run. Oh my goodness. I don't think that's going to happen. I'll try. Let's see how long I can go without getting hit. But instead of it just being me playing through, let's jump straight in with a question for the team. We only have them for a short amount of time, so let's put them on the spot. So, guys, how are you finding things several months after the early access launch? We've done several updates. We've had kind of a revenge mode introduction. We've had endless mode. We've now got Sanctuary. How are things and how are the team?
Zeb?
Yeah, I can answer. We are actually very excited about what's happening with the game. So we are excited to have this many feedback, to have this many players on the game. And we are hard at work currently to try to make everything better, especially thanks to your feedback on all topics. And yeah, I think that sums up most things.
I probably need to interject because I think I've got a bug already.
Oh, really? Well, that's on the list of things that we need to fix.
No, not that one. That one is new.
This one's new. I am on the default branch. I'm just putting it out there, and this worked 5 minutes ago. So.
Okay, can you pause and send the feedback?
Yes. No, I can't.
All right, so it's completely broken.
It's broken. Please hold. I wish I had like a technical difficulties thing to pop up. That would be great.
I swear we haven't sent any new patch today, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, let's kill that with fire.
To answer the question, everything was going fine until night.
Until this point.
Press the
until
A
right
button.
now.
Yeah, like right now.
Okay, let's try that again, shall we? It seemed strange when I spawned in and didn't have any weapons to choose from. Right. Stream
Yeah,
should.
maybe your save is corrupted or
Maybe.
something like that.
Let's skip through that. That was exactly how it went. Okay, let's have a look. So that was the file. It was working fine.
Yeah, Vinny is right. It was a hitless run. Definitely.
Oh no!
Oh, you're back there.
I think
because
I'm
it
hardlocked.
reloaded at the same place. Yeah, you're hard locked, so it's even better.
Right.
And did you duplicated your save or something like that?
Yeah, that was a interesting, very strange. Okay, I will let you, Yannick. You can continue talking about how the team are finding things post launch while I fix this.
Yeah, well, apart from that, everything is a really nice diagram, by the way, from Big Squarey. Everything is fine. We had a lot of really good feedbacks on the game. By good feedbacks, I include criticism. That is super useful. We already have been able to put a lot of the players' ideas into the game and are actually working on adding quite a ton of them. And so that's exactly why we are doing early access, is to be able to shape the game along with the community, and so far it has gone well. So yeah, that's really cool. Obviously there are a lot of things that we can still improve on, but yeah, the journey is a good one. We have ramped up a bit the pacing of the updates recently also, so we have more stuff coming out. So it feels good. It feels really good. I don't know what else to say right now. I'm kind of improvising until you fix your game.
It's all good. Right, I'm going to try a different save.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, let's try this one. This one was fine. I may just have to do a little bit of tweaking, shall we say, in the background. Don't know if there's any questions.
I think what's especially cool with the Sanctuary update is that we have been able to start really putting some lore and backstory into the game, which was something we wanted to do since a long time, but we had to focus more on the core of the gameplay first. So that's the first step toward that direction of explaining a bit more what did happen in the vortex, why are you there, and so on. It's definitely something we want to push for the forthcoming updates. So yeah, and so far the reception has been really good regarding that, and you never know when you do something new if the reception will be positive. So yeah, that's really cool. Oh, you do have a working run.
Perfect timing. So
wait until you get to a pillar. Maybe
I have
we'll
weapons.
have the same bug.
I have weapons this time. So
yeah, it's nice.
We're so back. We're so back. Cool. Right. Let me just make sure that is also okay. Perfect. Okay. We'll pretend that didn't happen, and we'll continue. I'll edit it out.
It did happen, and that's what's proves that it's the real thing, not pre-recorded or whatsoever.
This is true. Favorite weapon combo? I think personally, I always have the fish knife because of the really fast ultra attack proccing. That's kind of my go-to, and then usually a ranged weapon of some sort. Should we go for a burn build today? Or ultra attack considered chain? We'll do burn. So is there already audio? There should be sound. You should be able to hear sound in the game from the stream.
That's working.
Yeah. I'm going to turn that down ever so slightly. Cool. Right. Let's move on to the second question, which is, when is the new track coming to the Steam digital soundtrack? So, with the introduction of Sanctuary, we obviously released a new... I'm getting hit already. We obviously released a new new audio track to go with it. So when do we know that will be getting added to like the soundtrack for people who have purchased it, or Spotify, or streaming platforms, etc.?
So we haven't released it yet because it's not finished. Actually, the version that's actually in the game, it's quite an old demo, like a prototype version of that track that has been included, because Danger wanted to spend some time to polishing it and make it like really final. So is currently in the last phase of wrapping up everything for that track. So our goal will be to be able to release it, I think, during May. So not so far away, but yeah, it has been a bit delayed. And obviously, it will be included in the Steam OST that will be updated.
Excellent. I know a few people have been asking about that one. The soundtrack has been critically acclaimed within the community. I think everyone is a big fan, so it's nice that they'll get that additional piece as and when it's ready. Ooh, Waterfall Secret. Let's do that. Cool. Right, next question. I think this one's been asked quite a lot. Will we be adding any kind of like Bestiary to the game? Something that kind of tracks the enemies, maybe ones you've encountered or haven't encountered yet, anything like that to be able to track?
Yes, it's coming at some point. The answer to the question is more a question of when rather than if we are going to do it. We really want to do it to add some more information to the Bestiary, and maybe be able to track your progress on the loot of the enemies, things like that. So it's a whole feature that we have already tasked. This is something that is coming at some point. We can't answer as to when, but yeah, it's coming.
Excellent. That is great to know. A lot of love for the bestiaries in chat, which is good. Let's go attack speed for now. Let's have a look. So, I think before we get to Sanctuary, this is me completely foreshadowing, because I might just get slapped by a headbanger, who knows. What was the main inspiration, or some of the inspirations, behind Sanctuary? I know maybe a few different members of the team worked on that, but is there anything you can let us know about where the inspiration came from?
Actually, the theme has been decided by the artist, and none of them are there. So it's always difficult to say what were the real inspiration, like, and also the unconscious ones. Obviously, for sure, it has been heavily inspired by the Japanese temples, and this mood of having a place which is quite sacred somehow. But that's definitely a question we will need to ask again when we've got one of our artists in such a stream. I think that would be the best, because we could invent stuff, but it will not be the real stuff.
Yeah, you can say anything at this point and we believe you. You were the inspiration, Bidju. You were.
I think that for sure there is some Ori and the Blind Forest inspiration in the way we treated the environment, or maybe it was unconscious, but to me it's quite obvious that there are some colors and ways of how the environment reacts to your presence and so on, and all the not the trees but the leaves that suddenly glows up and such. So I do think that there is at least a reference there.
Yeah,
and it's an amazing game, by the way, for the people that haven't played it, especially the second one.
Oh, absolutely. My partner's actually replaying the second one at the moment. Unbelievable group of games, and I think you can definitely see the inspiration, or like the nods to Ori from that. Whether or not it was a direct inspiration, it's the similarities are kind of undeniable. And we actually had some fan art that was provided, wasn't there? That was a mixture of Ori and Windblown.
Yeah, we saw that one. We also since a few months we have Arthur Munoz, who is freelancing from time to time on Windblown as an animator, and is one of the guys that worked on Ori. So
Oh, no way.
maybe he put more inspiration on that.
See some more inspirations coming through then, hopefully. Okay, this is where I have to like,
definitely.
focus up, because, you know, killing a boss, I think I learnt my lesson from last time. There we go.
Yeah,
Let's have a look
Nice
at the
one.
gift. What have we got? See, I said I was going for a burn build, and then I got rid of the Sirocco. Let's keep it for now. Maybe we'll change. Just need to get a burn aura. Okay, cool. So, while I take a dip in the onsen, I think the next question was, how long did it take to make Sanctuary? With the team being kind of very small, for those of you that don't know, there's realistically just a handful of the team working on Windblown. It's kind of impressive that a new biome is being added, so I'm curious as to how long that took to actually kind of bring to life and get to the players.
I think we started back in early / mid December working on that one. So it's like 3 months and a half, something like that. In total.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course it depends on the part of the biome. A biome has several parts in it, and so several at least people involved in it. But yeah, a few months to produce a biome. But we hope to go faster and faster as we get better at it.
Yeah, our goal is to both being able to create biomes that are as big as Sanctuary, and also do ones that are a bit quicker to produce, in order to bring more diversity into the game. Obviously, it will always a matter of months, because especially Bestiary is something that takes time, because we don't want to do too much reusage of those. It's always good to have unique mobs. You can reuse one or two, of course, but you still need to bring some identity into a biome, and as the main thing is fighting, a lot of that comes from the Bestiary.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to see if there's any additional questions coming
And
through.
yes, danger is French. That I've been able to catch that one. So danger is French, like most people there.
And the real pronunciation of danger is actually danger.
Yes.
Oh gosh, so I have to pronounce it correctly next time. Got it.
Honestly, we also say danger most of the time.
Oh, that's it. Was criticals. Ooh, hello. Right. There we go. Burn, build, and bleed build. Let's do that. Okay, let's take a look at some more questions. So I think a question that's been brought up a couple of times, we have our own system for this, but I feel like it might be worth us taking a look, or at least shedding some light, is will we be adding Steam cloud saves at any point? Obviously the game has its own kind of cloud save in a way, but I know it's been a question that's come up specifically for Steam, so any kind of information there, guys?
It's not planned. We do not plan to support Steam Cloud, as we already have a game-specific way of having cloud saves that works by default. And we'll also have the great advantage of being cross-platform if we are successful enough, lucky enough to do console ports or other platform ports at some point. So right now, no, it's not planned.
I think that's a nice thing to kind of touch on, because that has been talked about quite a lot as well, in terms of like consoles.
Yeah, I honestly think that most people just expect the Steam Cloud checkmark on the Steam page somehow, and if it doesn't appear, it means that there is no cloud support. There is cloud support, and it's working. It's just not the Steam cloud thing.
Yeah. It's technically there. Right, let's go. Roll damage. The build's all over the place at the moment, but it'll come together. It'll make sense. I'm doing a big brain play here. Right, before I fight an elite, what do we have next? Oh, so this is actually an interesting one, and one that's been kind of discussed about lightly for a while. Will we be having the ability to lock out certain items from the drop pool? So to allow people to go specifically for one kind of build that they might want to kind of reduce the RNG at the start of a run. Is there any kind of information there?
Yep, absolutely. It's coming in a few weeks, actually. So yeah, we will have the ability to choose which gifts you can drop in a run in a few weeks, in the next update, actually. So it won't be a separate custom mode like in Dead Cells, because we really wanted to integrate the feature inside the main flow of the game. So we cooked up something a bit different, and you'll be able to see it in a few weeks. So we'll be happy to hear your feedback on this new feature.
See, chat is very happy with that news.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I think it's been one that's been asked for a while, and it's also nice that we in terms of our like patching cadence, we do try. Oh, the team tries their best.
Oh,
I should have burnt it. What was I doing? It's fine. It's fine. Needed that extra health. But yeah, it's nice that the team are doing their best to commit to a patching cadence that means that you guys have frequent updates and something to kind of get your teeth into. It's a lot of work that goes into it with such a small team, so we do appreciate the patience that you guys have. And I can always see Hyperion. Rejoice, the shield is no more. I don't get the shield hype. It got reworked and it's really good.
Yeah, it's quite strong. Just a little disclaimer: we'll take some holidays. We are French, so there will be a bit less update between July and August. Don't expect us to be releasing an update every month during that period. We need a bit of rest.
Of course. Oh god, fighting everyone's favourite Saw mob. Still can't get it right. Always catches me.
You missed a secret, Dave.
What?
Yeah. You did.
Oh, again. Missed again.
No. Don't backseat too much.
Backseat. Where's the
Sorry.
secret?
I'll stop.
Oh, this is where chat just destroys me. Where is it? Going backwards here. The pipe, dingus. Okay, the pipe. See. It was a test.
Yeah. It's good that you tested on the left, because there can be a secret in a secret there, I think.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Right. See, I took the hit for all the people that didn't see that secret, and now they know.
Yeah. Sorry for the spoiling. Okay, you definitely need to concentrate.
I do. Yeah, this streamer thing's difficult.
Let me try to find a question in the chat, because there were a lot of messages and I think we missed quite. There is already too much.
There's too much.
What's our favorite Leapers design? What's your favorite, Zeb?
I think it's a secret one, so I'm not sure if I should talk about it publicly.
You mean the one that is playing?
No, not this one. Not this one.
Ah, okay.
It may the name may begin with something like a project, something like that. I'm not sure.
Something. Yes.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. Is that spoiler at this point?
Oh. I don't know. It can be. I think it was a huge topic when we started the early access, but now it's a bit more undercover. Yeah. What's yours, Knight?
Oh, that is a good question. I really do like the new Obsidian Axo. I really
All right.
do. Stop asking me questions when I'm fighting Headbanger.
Well, but look, you're completely destroying him. You should have played on higher difficulty.
I should have. I didn't even think about that. I just wanted to make sure we actually got to Sanctuary.
It's fun when we see you struggling right now. It's just too easy, right?
Yeah, it's too easy. I wish I could.
Should I dodge the question? I like the classic axolotl, like the normal one. I really like him. I did play the bat quite a lot, but it felt like I had to go back to the roots with the axolotl. Do you have a favorite weapon combo? Zeb, do you have one?
Everything is my favorite. No, it's not an answer. I'm sorry.
Everything is so good.
Such a political answer.
Yeah. No, of course I like the boomerang because it's very easy just to spam alter attacks with it. But it's a bit of also a no answer. So yeah, right now I'm trying to focus on slow builds because they're a bit challenging to use. So I really like the heavy blade and maybe some other how do you say it? Slow weapon, like the ones that we've added recently. I also really love the big bolt because it's one of
because you made it.
Yeah, because it's one of my earliest weapon and I really like it. So yeah, every time I see it, I use it. So yeah, currently maybe the heavy blade with the crossbow. The big bolt, sorry.
Big bolt with heavy blade. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure where I end up. Because you guys keep adding new weapons to the point where I'm like, well, now I need something new, and I have to keep trying them. So it keeps changing. I'm a big fan of the fiery claws and the boomerang. Like, this is a nice combo, especially if you get the ultra attack on the fiery claws really cooking. No pun intended. It's a lot of fun. Somehow I managed to get here, and by somehow I mean it was totally fine. So let's take a look at Sanctuary. First new biome that was added, which is amazing in my personal opinion. I'm hoping everyone else has been enjoying jumping in. I see Hyperion Elder Sword Gang. Yep, absolutely. I wonder if one will drop. That'd be good. I haven't seen the new weapons yet, so maybe I've done something wrong. But let's take a look at another one of the questions sent over while I explore Sanctuary. So, are there any plans for the gifts system in-game? So will there be any changes or improvements coming? Obviously we have a bunch of gifts, unfathomable amounts. So is there any kind of plans to mix things up a little bit or change things?
Yes, actually, we are working on it right now. So a gift update is coming in the next few months. So almost everything has been updated or rebalanced or removed, sometimes merged or completely changed.
Will be for the player.
Will be for the player. Yeah. Sorry. For now, it's only for us. Sorry, but yeah, an extensive.
You're bragging about the fact that you can already play the update, but you're the only one right now.
I may be the only one currently. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, a lot of changes are coming. Almost all are based on player feedback, of course. So yeah. The system will be a bit different in a few months. And that's it. So we are also working on the Ext gifts, of course, when we talked about gifts, because they also need some love, and it's coming in the next few months.
I have to confess that in V.me stream I said publicly that they suck, which is not the best way to advertise your game, but I still think it. Yeah. Really honestly, so I'm really glad you're working on that update.
Yeah, they do absolutely suck. Sorry for saying it, but we need to rework most of them and their effects because we missed the mark on them, and they need to be a lot more interesting to be a bit more useful in the game.
Yeah, one information that could be also important is that that update will also tackle the problem, the issue that some GIFs do not scale in the endless mode. So that's and it has been reported quite a lot, and we are aware of that. So we should be able to address that with that update to make sure that every system can scale
Yeah.
infinitely.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the main points for the game difficulties, and of course the endless mode. It has accentuated the problem a lot. So yeah, fixed value GIFs will now scale in the game, so you can use them. So you can feel that they are a bit more useful now. In the future compared to now.
Yeah. Regarding scaling, by the way, we are aware of the issues with the revenge mode, the latest version. We are actually working on a patch that should be released hopefully next week, tackling most of the issues with the recent revenge mode changes that we brought into the game. Thinking especially about the fact that it doesn't work in endless properly and so on. Yeah, that's been fixed.
Excellent. Sorry, I've just been vibing while you guys talk. This is
Yeah, it's
great fun.
French ASMR. You know that there are really great French ASMR videos on YouTube specialized on the teaching of math at the university. Yeah, you can have 6 hours of a French guy talking about stuff you won't even understand in your own language, or at least I won't. Even in French, I don't understand it, and then I go to sleep. It's awesome. I highly recommend it.
That's now going to go on my to-watch list later on. Thanks for sorting out my evening entertainment. I just saw a question pop up in chat. Oh no, it's disappearing. Oh no, there it is. So, I don't know if we can answer this one yet, or if we have any plans, but is adding end of loop stats or end boss player stats a thing? So like, is it I don't know, showing DPS or damage numbers or anything like that?
So Zeb is Santa Claus today, so Zeb.
Yes, so we are also working on it as we speak. May not come in the next updates, but maybe the update after that. Yeah, but yeah, it's ongoing. We will add some fun stats, and we will add more of them along the way when you are able to test them.
Excellent. I think that's been asked for a while, because you always want to flex on your friends. It doesn't matter what game it is, you want to flex and show off. It's just human nature, so that'll help everyone do that, which is good. I think another interesting question, and this was lightly kind of touched on in the last AMA that we did, but will there be any plans to be able to customize your arc at some point? So spend resources on like decorations and things like that?
We did had some ideas about that. Actually, we wanted to have the meta progression being reflected by having the arc evolve. So that was the original plan. I'm not sure we'll do it before a long time, because it takes a lot of time, sadly, and stuff has been piling up since the start of the all access. So for sure you will rescue new characters that will populate the thing. We even in the next update you will have some changes to the arc, but saying that you could customize it, I think it's a big promise. I won't say it, sadly.
I tried, guys. I tried. No, that's totally fair. There's plenty of plans that we have, and this is kind of like the nature of game development, that there's a lot of cool ideas, and you kind of need to prioritize what makes it in.
That's a great question. Will Kyle come back? We have
Kyle.
big plans for Kyle. It's our. We'll see, but there will be something for Kyle for sure.
Do I anchor boom?
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Take it. Have the massive weapon.
It's a good. It's visual, then entertaining. We have to take it.
What do we lose though? I think. Do we lose the fiery claws? Yeah, let's lose the fire. That is cinema. Look at that.
Oui, Kyle, c'est Jean-Kévin Quentin.
Look at the held attack. Okay. Cool. This is me for the rest of the game. Gosh, it's just ridiculous. Right. Let's have a look. So, customize the arc, that's fine. Any plans of adding new ways to spend our current resources, like cogs, dusts, etc., into consumables, or other cosmetics, or even new leaper colours?
Them?
Okay,
Yeah.
apparently not.
Yes, we have many plans for the spending of meta currencies. We can promise anything about that. We know it will take several forms. So the form of gameplay stuff, like I don't know, improving your character or improving your stuff, the stuff that you get during the expeditions. Cosmetic things are also on the map. But right now we are working on the various ways that we can add to the game. So nothing fixed for now, but we definitely want to add things to spend the thousands and thousands of meta currency that some player have accumulated.
Yeah, what we would like to avoid is to say at some point, oh, we are resetting the meta currencies. That's something you can see in some early accesses. That's something we would like to avoid, and rather have a system that makes it meaningful to spend those.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I think a few players have been saving up. Some of the amounts that we've seen from like gameplay clips is ridiculous. So it'd be cool to have different ways to actually kind of engage with the game and spend those hard-earned cogs and different currencies.
Yep, it will come at some point. We have plans for many things, but can't promise anything right now because it's a bit too early. But yeah, it's
what we can say
definitely one of our priorities. Yeah,
is that we talked together about that subject for 2 hours last week.
yeah.
So that's something that happened. So it's a subject of discussion for sure.
Yeah, it's really on our mind.
Excellent. Very good to know. Cool. So moving on. Will there be any special items, skins, trinkets, etc. named after any content creators or notable members of the game's community in the future? Like, as an example, the plus 100% size affix was actually from like a bug, and the community loved it, and that's kind of why it ended up in the game. So have we got any plans to maybe allow this in the future? I know it comes with a lot of caveats and a lot of questions around it, but any kind of community or influencer inspired additions?
Can you be more precise? Do you mean having the names of the people in the game, or do you mean putting more ideas from the player? Not sure to
I would
grasp it.
probably say ideas directly from players in the game. So, for example, I don't know, naming a skin or adding a skin from a community suggestion, or putting a like let's say a player does something ridiculous and breaks the game in a way we've never seen before and it's never done again. Any kind of integration of the game to kind of like represent, I guess, achievements.
I think if the opportunity presents itself, that could be something we can do. We haven't done that so far because most of the ideas, they don't come from one person. They are most of the time a mix between several subjects on several platforms. And so it's difficult to say, oh, that's the idea of that guy or that guy. We actually tend to avoid doing that internally also. So for sure it's a community effort. I don't know how we would address that. Maybe we could do a vote at some point to name some things, or something like that would be maybe easier. We did, before the early access, we had that private alpha. And at that time, there were like 200 people involved in it, so we could keep track of who reported what and so on. So at that time, we would put the name on every patch note, on every change of who helped with that. But right now we announced that we have like a 250,000 player back in December. I can tell you that it is more. So that's really difficult actually to keep track of what's coming from where. It's not really easy.
No, it is a tricky one. We get suggestions all the time from players. That's why we've got the feedback channel, and there are countless suggestions in there. Some are just changes that people would like to see, and others are ideas. So we do get a lot. It's difficult to kind of narrow things down, but it's even harder to kind of put those things into the game itself. So yeah, I think as Bidju said, we can monitor things, and if something makes sense, then we can explore. Cool. Next question then. So, will we get some in-game lore explanation for our player's character's origin? I'm going to give you that question while I get my backside handed to me by the boss.
I was reading the chat, so I don't know, Zeb. Did you heard?
Sorry?
Did you heard what Knight said? Because I was reading the chat.
Oh, yeah. It's about the lore. We are planning to add many things about the lore. The Sanctuary update was actually the first step in what we wanted to tell with the game, and we will definitely add more and more stuff along the updates. So we can say precisely what we will add. Everything is still a surprise, but it's definitely a priority for us to explain a bit more what's going on, what you are doing here, and what you are doing and will do in the future.
Very cool. I'm so glad I didn't die. It was a bit sketchy for a second there. And an onsen, brilliant.
I will answer Tenta because he is writing in French. So no, not all the jeux de mots are translated in the other languages because it's a bit difficult to do, but we try to keep most of them. How do you translate jeux de mots, Zeb?
Play on words, I think. I'm not sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh god, I've picked up Midas now, and now I don't want to spend anything.
At least the slot.
Yeah, it's gotta
know.
be. It's gotta be. Yeah. I just don't. We've got a shot before the end, so I can buy upgrades then. Cool. Right, let's take a look. So, got a question about kind of possibly some upcoming content, or at least plans. So, will the Incubator be the last biome in the final phase of the game, or do you have plans to add a new final biome?
Really short? Maybe yes, maybe no.
Okay. Brilliant. That's cut and dry. It's one of those things, guys, where we don't want to reveal too much. We obviously have plans for the game, but it's difficult to kind of commit to anything at this stage. Plenty more plans.
Let's say we are planning. Sorry, excuse me, I interrupted you.
No,
let's say we are planning for some surprises, for sure.
Excellent. I've actually just seen a question pop up, which might be good. Someone's been wondering about a fungal overhaul, since a lot of the background surfaces look to be unfinished texture-wise with the mushroom that match the wall textures. Have we got any plans for fungal at all?
I would say that overall is already really nice. I would say just to make fungal would be a good start. Yeah, of course, it's the most placeholder-wise content we have visually in the game. To be fully transparent, I think it has been made in like 2-3 weeks back in September, I think, or August, like just before the start of the early access. and we didn't had the time to go back to it to finish the visuals. It's definitely something we have to do.
Oh, it's good that it's on the list at least. That's fine. Alright, let's take a look. So, I think a question that comes up quite a lot, and we've answered it a couple of times, but it's always worth addressing when we see it, or when we can. Will there ever be local multiplayer?
Nope. I'm the bad cop today, Zeb, so I take the bad role. So no, there won't be local co-op. Sadly, it's not something we can do on that game.
Okie dokie. I'm nervous coming through Incubator because I'm just expecting to get slapped by something. It'll be fine. So, one of the follow-up questions we've got: will the Ark evolve with updates? So, new areas, new secrets, new friends.
I think so. Yeah. We try to add when the features calls for it. Yeah, we try to add things that make sense to the Ark. So we try to never add things that are just gratuitous. Oh, it's a difficult word for a French person. Sorry. So yeah, we always try to add something that makes sense for the game. But yeah, we make additions, at least some persons, maybe some buildings, and some things are already coming in the next few updates. So yeah.
Oh, what have I done?
Good luck.
What have I done?
Yeah.
Please hold. Talking to yourselves, it's fine. This is fine.
You can do this. I trust you.
Maybe you could use your trinkets.
Oh, they've just come off cooldown. That'd be... There you go.
Yeah, great.
There we are. Grenade. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm going to take that. Okay.
Someone is asking about the prep phase, which definitely is something we talked about in the last AMA. It's still in the plans. It's not something we are working on right now, but definitely still something we want to do.
Yeah, it's part of the additions to the metagame that we want to add. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I am very worried about fighting the last boss. This is it's not going to plan anymore, guys. Mistakes were made. There we are. Cool. Oh, there's another. Right, hold on.
Yeah, you won't be able to ask that question right now. You need to focus. You need to survive.
Oh, what? No, you're jinxing me.
Oh man.
No.
Maybe it's the end.
Maybe.
It's the dawn of the night.
I've not practiced enough. I should have practiced.
Yeah, you're a bit rusty.
I'm very rusty.
We see. You.
It's all that, working at Sanctuary. I neglected Incubator, and now it's kicking my ass.
Yeah, but it's
There we
cool
go.
because it's climatic somehow.
It is? Oh, God, I don't want to even see what that is. Right, let's have a look. So one of an interesting question that came through was, any plans for like an empty hand attack, as in no weapons? Just a really powerful slap, something like that?
Well, there is already one. You can perfect dodge all along an expedition. So do it.
Oh, no.
It's technically feasible.
Yeah, but it's not a visual slap. It would be nice, actually.
True. Maybe we'll put some gloves.
Yeah.
I don't know about the bare hands fight because the problem is that it won't beneficiate from a lot of systems. And if we wanna link it, then we have to create tons of exceptions for a super exotic way of playing. So I don't know how we will address that. Maybe we'll create a weapon that has this bare hands feeling to it. Could be more efficient because it would benefit from all of the systems of the game.
Yeah. I really like the slap idea. The slap weapon.
Ah, with a white glove, like the humiliation glove.
Oh, I have one HP. I had 1 HP in a dream. Oh no!
Oh.
Well, you had
Oh,
35 HP, but no dream.
no dream. Oh gosh. F's in the chat. Yeah. Oof, that wasn't great. Oh, that's embarrassing. Perfect time to move on to another question, though, which actually I think we're kind of coming to the end of the ones we had in the background. The most important question of the entire group of submissions is, can we get a night secret boss? Not off my performance just then, because that was terrible. But, you know,
That is
something super
manipulation.
souped up. It is, yeah. I'm using my platform right now to put you on the spot.
Well, maybe it could be a mode where we turn off all of the lights, and so you're in the night, and so you have to survive, and that's it. I think it's pretty extreme, and you would like it.
I agree. I just wanted to kind of get that out there, put you on the spot, and get it confirmed. So that's good to know. Let's have a look. Moving on. Cool. Well, we're kind of at the last question anyway, so I won't start a new run. Although I did just get the Elder Sword, so that is tempting. But anything you can tell us about what's coming next for all the people that have decided to join us today? Thank you very much. So anything that you can treat them with?
Yeah, actually, we spoiled many things during the discussion.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's coming. The things we spoiled already are coming very soon, actually. And yeah, what can we spoil? What do we want to spoil, Bidju?
Well, we can already say that we won't release the 1.0 this year. We already said, well, we didn't say it. Maybe we said it publicly, but at least
yeah,
it
you
was
said
written
next
in
year.
the. I think it was written in the roadmap. So we are planning 2026, sorry, for the 1.0 of the game. So that's actually plenty of time, which means that we do have quite a lot of updates that are planned. There will be big ones like the Sanctuary update, and smaller ones like the Revenge update, let's say. And there will be all along. So yeah, I think we'll do at least like a bare, quite a lot of those. And regarding of the content, right now for the next update, we are focusing a lot on your feedbacks. I can tell you exactly what will be all of the content. We already say that there will be some system to select what might drop or no in the run. So that will be part of the next one. And there will be also other stuff that has been asked by the community. We actually took a bit of time to stop putting like the stuff we already prepared and do like one update that really focuses on your stuff, guys and girls, by the way. And then what else can we expect? Well, more lore and story. That's definitely something we wanna add. There is not enough from what we wanna do. More weapons. We are already working on some. Will they be in the next update or the next one? We'll see. They will be they are ready when they are ready, right? We have the gift overall that Zeb is working on, and it's quite a long and big work. And what else? I don't know.
Also, because I see the question in the chat, the game difficulties will be addressed at some point, I think, this year. Because the system that is in-game currently is a real work in progress. That's why we put it directly in-game, to mention work in progress. So yeah, we will address those difficulties to make them a lot more interesting. And yeah, it's something that's coming.
Then should I try Cataclysm, yes or no? Because I'm still
Oh,
trying to beat
yeah.
Cataclysm.
Yeah, that's a
I feel
challenge.
like
All right.
if I said I could do Cataclysm now, no one would believe me after what just happened. So I'm going to stay quiet.
Did you muted yourself?
Maybe.
What else? New tracks from Danger for the new biomes, obviously. And yeah, the rest I cannot really tell you because I would be spoiling all the
longer
surprises. So
you're talking at this point, you just keep giving more and more away. So I should probably stop.
yeah, I should stop right now.
Probably stop.
All
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Or I'll have nothing to tweet about. Awesome. Okay, well, we'll call it there, guys. Thank you so much, everyone who joined in and got involved in the chat. We love running these things. It's nice when they're more intimate. You know, when we run in Discord, the quality isn't great for the stream, but it means that we can talk directly to the players that are chatting day in, day out. So honestly, thank you so much. We really do appreciate you guys and taking the time to play the game and give us your feedback. Ultimately, what we've always wanted to do is make the game with you, and that's what we've strived to do, and the team are always listening, so please do keep the feedback coming, keep your thoughts and opinions coming. And yeah, thank you very much for today. We will let everyone go, and we will catch you next time.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.